Mélòó, 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 mélòó la fẹ́ sọ. Mélòó, mélòó la fẹ́ rí. Mélòó, mélòó, mélòó la fẹ́ sọ. Èyí kú tó rò, èyí mélòó. Àpọ́nbẹ́pọ̀ rẹ̀ mi àgbọ̀dọ̀ ẹbí lẹ́yìn ọ̀gá mi. Nígbà kò sọ̀rọ̀, nígbà kò sọ̀rọ̀, nígbà kò sọ̀rọ̀, ayé ló ní please to buy me. I know I made some mistakes, but I don't regret. Now I don't forget the journey's waiting. I get the very first day we met. I told you how I felt, a lie got a melt. My baby, you're the best. I know they don't. I make me give me peace and keep. I want sugar. The things you do me. What your father could show me. Mélòó, 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 mélòó la fẹ́ rí. Mélòó, 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 mélòó la fẹ́ sọ. This is to you. You asked me to do a shuffle before I start today's program. Though I'm not shuffling, but I think I'm moving enough. If you want to really see, if you really want to see me do the shuffle, then you have to take me somewhere where I can do a proper shuffle. This is enough shuffle, isn't it? Well, I'll be starting in just about 2 minutes, just to give people time to join in. And we're going to be talking about stop hating and just emulate. So I'll be coming back on that. Just 2 minutes. Hi. Nice to have you there. That's Salami Day, my main man. That boy can't do anything wrong if you ask me. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this session of According to SOBJ. Hi, Mr. West. I can see you're there. You're always faithful. Thank you. Welcome to this session of According to SOBJ, where I plan to be talking about hating and the different shades of hating. I never knew hating had so many shades until I actually went into the books to really go check what hating was all about. Hi! Thank you, Anta. So, and what brought about this topic is quite simple. The recent occurrences and incidents in the last couple of days, of actually weeks, on Facebook, in real life, stories that I've been hearing, have actually encouraged me to go look further into the topic hating, So why do people hate? And what is the essence of hating somebody else? As an African, we have always had the idea that people can just hate you, they can just hate you even for no reason. That is something that I grew up with. Though it was never a big deal, I wasn't brought up to make that a point, you know, you just live your life and you forget who is hating and you can't be bothered, you know. But recently I have encountered people who have had very, very terrible experiences with others hating them. Because I wonder why a lot of people are so secretive about things they do. Why aren't people open? And why is it that we don't share? You know, I'm a sharing person. I share my experiences, good or bad, with close friends, relatives, family members. I couldn't understand why a lot of people don't do that until I started taking note of things that are happening around me. People can hate you for so many reasons. So many reasons. You know, we all know one or two people that are like this. I'm going to sketch a couple of examples. You have people in your environment, they are not attaining anything. They probably are not trying to change the situation they find themselves. But the moment you come up to tell them about an idea that you probably have been nursing, something that will better your life, they will be the first person to discourage you. They will be the first person to tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't do that thing. Not because they've tried it themselves mostly, but because they are just hating. I figure there is a type of kind of hating that people do that even they are not aware of it. They just spontaneously discourage you from going further in whatever it is you plan to do. So I get it now that people don't share. You know, a lot of people, when they have things to do, they just keep it to themselves. They'll do it and then let people know. And if they fail, they think it's easier for them to know they failed by themselves, not because somebody influenced them failing. But there's another type of hating that I have come across. And according to the books, you have people that will hate you just out of nothing. They just would hate you, just your appearance, your personality, or your achievements. Even your failure is a reason for people to hate you. When I read this, I thought this was not possible. And out of the three types of haters or hating methods that I came across, I don't know what you have experienced, which you can share, you know, I'll read it out. There are lots of people that will just hate somebody else out of nothing. We all have them around us. You cannot tell me you don't know one person who just detests everything about somebody or has made comments about somebody that you both know, even somebody that you don't know. You just see them hating. Maybe somebody bought a new car or got a new job or is wearing something nice, or you all go to parties. This happens among women a lot. When you go to a party and you see people coming in all dressed up, you have some people that will never have anything good to say about somebody else. They will just give a negative comment. If it's about the color of the bag that is not matching the shoes, or the head tie is not matching the trousers, or whatever, this is another type of hating. These are people that will only hate spontaneously. And this kind of hating is mostly temporarily. These are not situations where the person hating you is hating you forever and just sitting down there to make sure you fail. It's mostly something born out of, you know, as an incident or a situation, or maybe just noticing something and just deciding to give a negative comment about it. And there's another type of hating, and this is when people hate just out of aspiration, yeah. So we have aspiration haters, we have the spontaneous haters that are hating out of nothing, and then you have aspiration, spontaneous, and then you have those that are unconsciously hating. You know, they even don't know they are hating you. They're just doing things, and eventually they will figure out, oh, why did I do that? Just unconscious haters. That's crazy. Anyway, but you have those as well, you know. So the aspiration haters, they aspire to become something, But the moment they cannot acquire what it is they've been aspiring to become, they will hate anybody. Anybody, be it a child, a friend, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a mother, a sibling that has done that which they wish they could do. Let me repeat that. These are aspiring haters. People with an aspiration, something they want to become or want to do. These kind of haters, when they fail, actually I'll call them losers, because when they fail at whatever it is they have been aspiring to do, anybody else that attempts to go the same way will be hated. They will be hating on the person. And when I read it, I thought, come on, but it is true, because let me give you an example. I've had somebody talk about starting up a restaurant. I mean, in this part of the world, it is very, complicated if you have to start up a restaurant, because you are, expected to have certain qualifications. You just cannot say, okay, I have money, I want to start up a restaurant. You're going to have to do some exams. You're going to have to get some licenses and, so if you don't get the license, no matter how much money you have, you can't start up a restaurant. So there was this person that wanted to start up a restaurant and he couldn't pass the exams, despite all the money he had. And I was just sitting down there, somebody wanted to consult me on starting up a business, apparently a restaurant. And this man was right there. The moment the woman started talking about starting up a restaurant, the first thing that came out of this man's mouth was, why would you? You can't. It's not possible. Before the woman could even explain her ideas or how she want to go about it, he just started breaking it down. No, it's not possible. Don't even waste your time to do it, because it's not going to be possible. They're not going to allow you. In this country, they don't allow you to grow. They don't allow you to become anything. There's no how you can start a restaurant in this country. And I was right there sitting down and thinking, okay, I'm really interested in knowing why not. Because obviously, if you make do with all the criteria, you can start up a restaurant, So this person went on and on and on. And at a particular time, I saw the woman almost giving up, like, oh, really? Is it that difficult? Is it that? So I had to come in. I said, no, it's not difficult. There is nothing difficult. If you do what you're supposed to do, the way you're supposed to do it, you're going to get the result you want. But if you don't do the right things, you can't get the result expected. And in the situation of the person discouraging that other person, he failed. And he just couldn't have it that somebody else is trying to do what he has not been able to accomplish. These are haters. Some people who do things this way don't even know that they are actually hating somebody else. Because if you don't wish people good, whether consciously or unconsciously, you are hating. This is another shade of hate that a lot of us do not know we are practicing. Because the moment we fail at something and we do not find good words to give to others as encouragement to do what we have failed at, that is hating. Please correct me if I'm wrong, and you're free to, to comment, especially if you've had an experience as well. It would be very nice to share, because a lot of people are failing because they are getting discouraged by others. And this is what I'm trying to preach against, because especially in the Netherlands, I'll take the Netherlands as an example, because this is a country I know very well. Everything you do in this country has rules. They got rules for everything. Things are regulated. So if you come up with an African idea of the way we do things, thinking everything goes, without taking the proper step or steps, you can find yourself, after wasting thousands in investing in a business, that the law will close you down. So in a situation like this, you don't need haters. You don't need people to discourage you, because the situation, the country has not made it easy. Not just because you're a foreigner or because of the way you speak. It's the way it is regulated. Before you can start up a business, especially, or whatever it is you intend to go into, you have to follow the rules. So if you're talking to somebody who has failed, I would be very, very subtle about it. Somebody who has been seen to have lost, or a loser in a certain department, and they are discouraging you. Sometimes they don't even know they are unconsciously hating you for having an idea, or trying or daring to try something they have failed at. You need to watch out for those people, because those are the most dangerous ones. They make you feel like they are trying to help you out by telling you, encouraging you, or trying to advise you. But unconsciously, what they are doing is actually hating and killing your dreams, So for those people, you need to watch out. And people that are like that are so unconscious of the negativity of discouraging others from doing something good. Please do not get me wrong. I am not talking about a dear friend or a family who is discouraging you from staying in, for example, a bad relationship. Because I'm sure the women are going to be thinking, a friend is telling me to leave my boyfriend. If your boyfriend is smacking you blue, and your girlfriend is telling you to leave that boyfriend, that's not hating, no. Yes, so pastor, please let me tell them, that is not hating. That is somebody that's trying to help save your life. That's not the kind of hating I'm talking about. But I'm talking about people that are advising you wrongly based on a business idea or a developmental idea that you're sharing, only because they have not succeeded in it. Those are the ones I'm talking about. If you are in a bad relationship, and even you yourself, you know it, and others can see it, and they advise you to leave, those people are not hating. Those ones are loving you. So please do not mix it together. Don't get me wrong, because apparently, I know the way it goes. I mean, as a woman, if you want to, oh, definitely, pastor, that is like divine intervention trying to save your life. Yeah, you're very right about that. Because as a woman, normally, when you have an issue, you definitely look for a close friend or a family member to talk to about. Most times, we know that things are wrong. But when you talk about somebody, talk about your partner or your relationship to somebody who is looking at it from a distance, their advice might be good and sometimes it might be bad. But if it is a violent relationship, I repeat, one that is doing you no good, or one that somebody is definitely taking you for granted and using you, and others advise you about it, then you better heed to the advice, because whether later or now, you're still going to see the repercussion of sticking into that relationship. That is not hating. That is somebody trying to save you indeed, get you out of trouble. So you need to know the difference between proper hating and somebody trying to help you out. There is no how anybody is going to come and discourage you about taking an education, and you would not know the difference. The moment you come up with an idea of taking an education, for example, or you come about diversifying in what you do, and people are telling you, don't even bother yourself. That's for a good cause when you have such an idea. So anybody that is telling you that, you need to be watchful of that person. You need to ask yourself, why is this person trying to discourage me? And funny enough, it might even be a family member, it might be a friend, it might be a sister, a brother. People do hate without even knowing that they are hating. And that is the point that I came across that actually blew me away. That people can hate without knowing that they are hating. So you need to know the differences between the different types of hating that we have. I have mentioned the aspiring haters, those ones that have failed in something they have aspired to achieve. I have mentioned the spontaneous haters. They don't know you. It's just like you see somebody walking by and you put out your leg and you make the person fall. A lot of people do that. Some people will find it funny, but believe me, that's spontaneously hating. You know, because the moment you're doing something to hurt somebody else, whether you find it to be a joke or it's not supposed to be a joke, that's hating. That is hating. Anything you don't wish well for somebody else is an act of hate. You know, and it is funny because a lot of us don't realize that. I cannot count how many times I will just pull out my girlfriend's hair for nothing. Obviously, it's not fun for her that I'm pulling her hair. So I won't understand while growing up why we thought that was funny or that was fun. That's spontaneously hating. You know, such hate moments don't last for long. Like I said earlier, they are temporary, and most of the time, you can confront those haters and say, oh, come and stop that. I don't like that. That's the best way to handle that, because then it will stop. But I bet if you let a spontaneous hater keep getting at you, then you are in trouble. Because when people start hating, they start by doing you a little bit of pain, you know, making your life a little bit miserable. And you think, well, I can still handle it, and you don't say anything about it. The next time they're going to do something bigger. And this is how it goes. There are lots of people who have people in their families, their friend circle, or their work, or their sporting places that are haters. You know this person is always out there to get you. But maybe because you don't want people to think, yeah, you can't handle it, or you're weak, or sometimes you even think these people are doing it because they love you, or they like you, or they want to be with you. No way. Say no. If anybody should do anything that you know is negative to yourself, you know, personally, you're not feeling it, you're not happy what they're doing, don't keep your mouth shut. There is no reason to encourage it. I know a lot of us, you just let things happen because you think, you know what, I'd rather just not say anything, maybe it will get worse. That is how it starts, because if you don't complain tomorrow or today, tomorrow they're going to try something worse. It's as simple as that. People that will try you, they will try you not because of they think you're an easy prey. They will try doing that thing because they can get away with it. If somebody should do anything that has not been of any positive effect to you, handle and sort it out. Confront the person immediately so that they will stop. If you keep accepting people getting at you, hating at you, and you keep letting them go away with it, or you go on and say you're praying for the person for deliverance, or for God to fight your fight, God will not come down from heaven to fight that fight. God is going to give you the wisdom to treat and to confront your hater, especially one that you can see and identify. A lot of times, you might not know who is hating you, but you will be feeling the repercussion of the hate. You know, apart from the diabolical stuffs that do happen, which obviously I know too little about to go into, but the things I know, administratively, people can hate you. This is no joke. I have been in a work situation before, and this is real life experience. When I was leading a team of about 23 people, as the only, you know, African woman in the management at that point, obviously a lot of people would notice me. I was always out there. It was difficult to miss me. I was working with men, and a lot of time there was a lot of rivalry going on. And we had a database where we put all our reports. So whatever reports you make, you need to put it in the database so that everybody can access it. And before, I never thought of, you know, making sure that people cannot change things in it. I just put it out there and I just leave it. So a lot of time people can edit it, change it, even delete it. And that happened to me several times before I learned. These are colleagues. Till tomorrow, I don't know who was doing it, but I will work all night on a report. I will put it in the database, expecting my manager to see it the next day and tell me, okay, I've seen your report. And the next morning I will get there and my report will be gone. Yeah, because you are then, even when you don't know it, you just tend to become a threat. Sometimes people don't even have a reason to find you to be a threat because, I mean, it is a free world. Everybody can achieve something if they work hard at it. In the situations where they find you to be a threat, that's the most dangerous part of it. So there are administrative saboteurs that are just hating you for being in the position that you are in. So people need to identify that. Don't be like me. When you have a document that is accessible by a lot of people, make sure you lock it down so that nobody can change things in it. Because you will just figure out you're getting a wrong appraisal, you're getting a bad evaluation. You will not know why. You will not know why. And in most cases, it will be somebody close to you, somebody that can easily access your documents. I'm talking about work now. You have them in churches. This is even the worst part of it. You have them in places of praise where you worship. I remember there was a story I had. It didn't happen to me. I don't know if it is true, but this is the story. There's a sister in the choir who was always leading the worship. So everybody seemed to have, fallen for her methods and everything she does. And apparently, they were now discussing who was going to be leading the worship for an anniversary or something, And this person is a member of Redeem, and Redeem Church has lots of doctrines and all that. So, very closely to the time they were going to have the anniversary, she has been practicing, she has been going after work to the practice, she has been doing all she had to do so that she can worship for the anniversary. There's another sister in the same church that had known her for 2 years. Okay, the story is she was having a relationship with somebody in the church, and apparently if you don't report that in Redeemed Church, it is not allowed. You are not allowed to be a servant or somebody that comes in front of everybody to do anything. You have to report your relationships and all that. So these people did not report their relationship, and a lot of people knew it in the church, But the particular sister that also leads praise and worship and will probably be the one chosen to lead the worship if this other sister should fall out, called the pastor about a week before the anniversary and told on her that she was having a relationship with a member of the church and did not report it. Believe me, in the church, this sister was, I don't know what they call it, but what it actually means is like she got suspended, She couldn't lead the praise and worship for the anniversary as planned, and she had been practicing. Come on, that to me is the highest level of hating. They are in the church, you may have a different idea about it, but that's hating, because that lady actually went to report so that she could take her place, and yes, indeed, she took her place. And the relationship has been going on for so long anyways. People knew about them. It's not as if they were hurting anybody. So like that, you have a lot of situations where people will just be hating you without you even know why. And when you know why, sometimes you are weak and you are probably scared. You have fear of losing friends, families, and you don't do anything about it. I can tell you something today, it will not work. If you know somebody who is hating, confront them. Confront them so that they will stop. And my advice to everybody is, I would rather emulate. If I see somebody in a situation where I think I would prefer or I would like to be in that kind of situation, I would rather copy. I would rather, try to follow your steps. instead of hating, because hating will get me nowhere. I will not be able, as a person, if you're hating for somebody for achieving something you're not being able to achieve, it wouldn't get you anywhere. You will not be able to achieve whatever it is, and still you will have a bad taste of feelings left, even after hating somebody for something that you have failed at. A lot of times you see people, they are miserable in their lives. Very miserable. They are not the type that are supposed to be giving anybody any advice. But yet they are the one giving advices about how you should do things and do your life and make it better. Before you take any advice from anybody, please look into their lives and make sure whatever it is they are advising you about, they have done well at it. Oh, you are very right, Pastor Olusanya. Haters can only slow things down, but they can never achieve their goals if the other person affected is strong in the Lord. Well, that is true. Joseph's story on your mind. Yeah, that's right. That's actually an exhibition of strength. And that's exactly what I'm saying, because people will affect you if you allow them to. They will affect you if you allow them to. But it pays to be able to identify those haters in our lives, because the less the haters you have, the better for you. The more you can succeed, the faster you can achieve your goals. Take, for example, the sister that wanted to start up a restaurant. If she only had the brother to encourage her, then she would never do anything. Now, as we speak, she's busy with registering her business, getting her things together. She's already studying for the exams that she has to take. And by God's grace and with a lot of support, she's going to start up an African restaurant in a city where people think she will never get the license for it. She is going to get it because she's really working hard for it. And the fact that she did not let the discouragement from somebody else limit her is going to be on her side. So whatever it is you're going through, if you have been noticing or seeing things happening, or you're being discouraged from going after your goals because other people are putting you down or discouraging you or sharing their own negative experiences, do not let it slow you down. Do not let it slow you down. It is a form of hating that even a lot of people don't know they have. It is so very common that people will just unconsciously, they'll just give a negative comment. Even about the way we dress sometimes. Some people might just see us and say, they want to have the clothes you're wearing. They want to be able to combine clothes and shoes and jewelry the way you can. But probably because of fear, or because of their environment, or because of the people they know, or the life they live, or people that they want people to believe they are living. I'm talking about bloody hypocrites. They would want to do exactly what you can or what you are doing, but if you ask them about it, they will never have one good word to share with you. We need to learn to give compliments. Compliments, because the people that are doing that I don't even know. It is a way of thinking. We need to learn to make sure the first thing that comes out of our mouth, whether it is because of a solicited advice or unsolicited, is positive. Even if you want to share a bad experience, let me give you an example. If I was the brother and I wanted to talk about failing at an exam that was supposed to give me a license for starting up a restaurant, I will go like this. Oh, sister, that is a very good idea. An African restaurant would be very, very good in Ilversum. Wow, it would be very, very good. But you will probably have to do a lot of things for it. I tried and I failed, but that doesn't mean you cannot succeed. Hey, finish. It doesn't cut me short. It doesn't make me a lesser person. I have shared my experience and as well encouraged her. This is the way we should be living amongst ourselves. If we live that way, there will be a lot more successful people, because some people are weak in their hearts. They are weak. Some people have very low self-esteem. Some people are vulnerable. Some people are easily confused and convinced. And if you do not identify your partners or your friends and be able to put them in a certain class of either haters or lovers or encouragers, then you might have an issue. Because if you are moving with people that will never say anything good, they never see, until you are very right, they never see anything good in people. Nothing. Nothing. If somebody gets promoted at work and you share it with them, some people, they will say, hey, so what has the person achieved? Meanwhile, these people might not even be working. Maybe you and I working are the one paying their welfare. Or you tell them you just got a diploma. They will say, is it not a diploma? Is it not other people that are getting degree? Majority of the times, these people don't even have a certificate. Why do people do this? Sometimes I just wonder. Now I'm beginning to get the picture. It is a feeling, it is an emotion that is weak. It is a sign of weakness. If you know anybody in your life, as a friend, a family, who has never had anything good to say about others, whether known people or people they don't know, it is a sign of weakness. If you look deeply into their lives, you will see that they are missing out in a lot of things. And they are trying to use their miserable life to affect others. It is actually a reflection of how they are feeling inside them. Believe me, you don't need those people around you when you are planning something that will better your life. Whether it's your relationship or it's your financial status that you're trying to better, people like that should be the last to know. They should not be a part of the process. You need to exempt them from the process of you attaining greatness. When you identify them, if you have not been able to identify them, I have given you some tips on how to know. You have to watch by the way the people are. Hey brother or sister, Olawumi or Dushi Taiwo. Yes, you have to identify those people. Identify them in your family, identify them as friends, identify them as colleagues. Even if somebody comes around me and is wearing something I cannot wear, that's the most common part of it. If you don't ask me, I won't say anything. If you ask me, I will not go out and tell you it is ugly. And I tell you, wow, nice. If you like it, I might not buy it. You know, because that is an easier way to know it's just about my experience or my emotions or the way I think about whatever it is you are offering me. But it doesn't mean you will be discouraged. There are a lot of people that have miserable lives, miserable. And you know what I have noticed? What I have noticed, Facebook and the social media covers up a lot of things. A lot of things. People that cannot pay their bills, people that are owing, people that don't even have electricity in their houses, people that cannot afford things that others can afford. They will come on social media and come and start putting down others that are working and sweating hard to achieve whatever it is they have. You will see them condemning, like they are the one that have put everybody together. But when you look deep into their lives, they are miserable. Miserable. So what do they do? Oh yes, friendly enemies. That's it. I mean, a friend of mine just introduced me to some frenemies. He said you call them frenemies. You see, the problem is we all have them around us, but we don't notice. Because like me, I don't even notice. I don't even know when people are giving bad comments or they are not. I just float. I have been accused of that severally. You know, my mom would say, you have you have no, in Yoruba they say you don't have akesara, like you're not careful, you know, you're not watching how others are to you, or I don't. I just float. I just do my things. You're very right, Auntie. I just do my things because I wouldn't do to you what I wouldn't want you to do to me. But apparently, everybody is not like that. That I have noticed recently with what happened with my Facebook page, where people went to go and report the pictures of me and my children at Christmas to be pornographic. The pictures where I was standing with a girlfriend holding hands, even with my hands in a church, was reported as pornographic. For no reason. For no reason. I will never ever think anybody will hate that much. And those are the spontaneous haters. They just see my smiley face and they think, oh, you know what, I'm going to get back at you. Please, you're not going to get better by hating my smiley face, because I'm going to keep smiling. And that is to everybody. If there's something you're doing and you have people that are spontaneously just hating at you, keep doing what you're doing. Because haters can only slow you down. They cannot stop you. They cannot stop who you are. They cannot stop what you're going to become. They cannot stop what you're going to achieve. The point there is, try to identify them. Try to identify them. If you know who they are, it makes it easy for you to be able to avoid them. If you see them at work, it makes you easy to be able to confront them. Because if you close your eyes and you let them keep walking over you, they're going to keep coming back. And each time they come back, they're going to come back stronger. Yeah, they're going to come back stronger. It is like a child. If a child has been stealing cookies, today 1 cookie, tomorrow 2 cookies, and you as the mom, you know, you don't say anything. By the time you come back in a week, the cookie jar will be empty. And this is what they will be doing to your glory, to your achievements. You have haters, they are there. Those ones that are hating you, the aspiring haters, they are the worst. Because they are right there, biting at you slowly. Anything you come up with, any idea you have, they will give you a negative idea or an advice about it. They will discourage you. You come back with another thing, they will discourage you. You come back with beautiful things, they will discourage you. Our emotions can run dry. Please, brothers and sisters, believe me, you can run dry of emotions. You can run dry of motivation. You can run dry of ideas. So keep your emotions, keep your motivations, and share it only with people that you know will love you, support you, encourage you, emulate you, and not hate you. Because if you keep sharing with the same set of losers, I call them losers because if you are not capable of achieving something and you discourage others from doing it, you're a loser. If you keep sharing emotions, if you keep sharing your good ideas with this kind of people, then you might run dry. I don't understand. In Europe, you will expect people to be exposed enough and appreciate good things, right? But I don't think there's a difference, because even in Europe, we live in Europe, but people came with, their dark mentalities, and they are still doing the same thing. It's just personalities and mentalities. It's whether you are in Asia or you are in America or you are in Africa, I don't think it really matters. What I just know is in a civilized country where people are busy, where things are regulated, a lot of people don't have time hating somebody else for something they have achieved. A lot of times people don't see you because they are too busy making something of their lives. I mean, it is so obvious. It is not rocket science. If you have somebody that is constantly getting at you, you don't need to know physics to understand that the person is failing. That person is failing at something. That's why they have enough time to be wasting on you and what you're doing. That doesn't concern them at all. Haters, get a job or get a hobby. Stop hating somebody else. Get a life, I would say. Go to the disco, go dance, or go to the market and just walk around. Go and do window shopping. Leave others to do their things. If you have no good words about people, about things others are doing, I beg of you, get a hobby. I am almost going to say, may God deliver you. But you will only be delivered if you want yourself to be delivered. I want you from today to make a promise that every single word that will be coming out of your mouth to somebody else will be positive. I have made that promise to myself a long time ago, that if anybody comes to me with anything, they come up with me with something I can advise them with, I will always make sure they leave my presence a better person. Whether they become wiser or they become emotionally bettered. Because you don't know at what point in time and in life you will have influenced somebody so much that it will change their lives. And I would rather influence people I come across positively. I wouldn't want anybody to go away thinking I killed their dreams or I killed their happiness. However, happiness is, something that we can control. The feelings we have, it's in our own control if we don't let others to play a role in it. But it is not everybody that is strong enough and that knows that. So if you don't know that, I'm telling you now, it is only when you allow people that are hating you to get to you that whatever it is you're aiming at will not succeed. Because if you ignore or cut them short, there are some that you need to cut short. If you have an aspiring hater and a hater that hates all that you aspire to do, those ones you need to totally run away from. Cut them short. You confront them and you cut them short. You call them up, send them a message or WhatsApp and say, you know what? As from today, I don't want to be your friend again. Go away, leave me alone. In as much as you don't have anything positive to tell me, you don't have any words of encouragement for me, I want to say goodbye to you. Our friendship is over. The moment you do that, you confront those that you know are hating you and are not doing anything positive for you, then you will be a better person. Because that is actually a barrier less. That is one barrier less. You might come across other barriers, but a hating barrier you don't need. I mean, it is easily said and easier said than done, I know, because a lot of us will need lots of encouragement. A lot of people will need lots of support. A lot of people will need somebody to stand by them and say, you know what, I got your back. You need to do this. If you don't have those people, if you don't have those people around you, Auntie, Prime Minister, well, you can vote me as Prime Minister, Auntie. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming into my life too. You've always been a blessing. So if you don't have supporters, if you don't have people with good words around you, you need to change your friend circle. You need to change the people around you. You need to look for people that will always encourage you. You need to do away with your vision killers. That's true. You need to do away with your vision killers. And we need to educate others. So if you have listened to me tonight and you are blessed, please, when this video is made available on YouTube or Facebook, share so that others will know, because we think it is logical, it is common sense, but what is common sense to me and you is not common sense to others. A lot of people do not even recognize the haters in their lives. They have them as brothers, they have them as sisters, they have them as friends, especially the very close ones. You don't know, even they might not know they are hating. That's the worst part of it. They might not know they are hating. So if you're educated, if your eyes had been opened, you have a ha-ha moment when you think, oh my God, this is really what is going on around me. Confront the people. Their reaction to you will decide what you're going to do. If people are doing those things and they don't even know it and they apologize because you confront them, then you can have a good life. Then you can continue. Then you can always, stay in touch and, continue your life together. But if you have somebody that is hating so badly and they will not relent, even after confronting them, say bye-bye to them. Bye-bye. You need no hater. You need no dream killer. You need no discourager. All we need are people that will be encouraging us. People that will say, you know what? Right on there. People that will say, there's nothing wrong in trying. People that will tell us, it might be a little bit difficult, but just keep on. Keep on doing it. Keep on trying. Tomorrow might be better. You need nobody to discourage you. And to you haters, whether conscious haters or unconscious haters, aspiring haters or spontaneous haters, I need you to realize that hating somebody is a sign of weakness. Hating, giving bad comments, giving negative appraisal about somebody to somebody else or to their faces is a sign of weakness. If you have a life, you will not, and I repeat, if you have something worth living for, you will not at any time have time to hate on somebody else. Because your life is going to be too busy and too interesting for you to care about somebody else. With these little words, I want to leave you all tonight so that this doesn't go on for too long. I hope, indeed, Andrew, hate drains energy a lot. And that is it, indeed. That's why I said it's a sign of weakness and it doesn't make people better. People that are hating are harboring emotions that only them can do away with. Just let it loose, let it go. Stop thinking about other people and what they are doing and facing your own life, facing your own plans, facing things that will make your own life better. You will just figure out you don't even have time to hate others. May the Lord separate us from enemies of progress. Oh, you're very welcome and thank you for watching as well. And may the Lord show us our frenemies on time. Thanks, Auntie. It's been very, very nice to have you all around. And I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Exactly 2 weeks' time with another interesting, educative topic which we all can talk about together. And if there are topics that you think I should go research and come back with, you can always send me a message. Call me if you have my number. Send me a WhatsApp. and then I'll go research and come back with those topics and we can discuss together. I think it is time we start educating ourselves. Look at what is happening on Facebook. Instead of people to be supporting themselves, you see people spending 2 hours on Facebook only dishing each other, abusing each other, talking about the negative part of knowing somebody else, where we are supposed to be educating each other, encouraging each other to go into greatness. You know, we need to stop this. So please share the video, encourage somebody else to do away with the haters in their lives, encourage an hater to emulate good things. You know, I leave you with this words tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. It's been nice to see you all and to have you all listen to me. Bye. Love you. Bye-bye. God bless you too, Auntie. God bless you. Thanks for watching. Bye, Andrew. Thanks. Bye.